Just thought I would make a wee video talking about the rest and recovery process after the North Coast 500 record that we done a few weeks ago. So we're now almost 3 weeks after that, and I've, as you might have noticed, done my Strava or anything like that. I've still not really been on the bike or training, and that's because that's the plan. You know, that's the plan that we're following at the moment. You know, we were wanting to give ourselves a good 2-3 week recovery period after that, just to make sure that I was fully recovered, fully rested and ready to get stuck into training. So the plan is to start training again next week, beginning on Monday the 12th. And Monday, my coach Gary and I, Gary Hand, Espresso Cycle Coaching, we're going to be sitting down and mapping out the next chapter, the next goals, the next focus, and what we're going to be working on going forward. I'm sure I'll be doing a proper kind of video on that, just outlining that when that happens. But you know, for a couple of weeks there, I didn't even feel like capable of doing the bike actually, because I was just so tired and so fatigued. Something that I definitely underestimated is just how physically taxing that cycle would be. And bearing in mind as well, I never just done the North Coast 500 record. I basically done it twice in 4 weeks. If you remember back in August the 15th and 16th, we done that 520 mile cycle. That was basically just a warm up for the record. It was, you know, at the time I called it a 500 mile ride because I wasn't wanting to give away the record attempt. But it was basically just, it was exact same miles, almost exact same elevation, just a different route. In hindsight, that was a massive mistake. It was a massive mistake, and my coach told me that we shouldn't have done it. But you know, athletes can be like sometimes. We do things that, you know, our coaches and our teams tell us not to do because we're emotional a lot of the time. And so that was a mistake. You know, going into the record, I wasn't actually really in that good form, wasn't in good shape, never really got any good training in the 4 weeks leading up to it, because I was just still so tired and fatigued after the warm up. So that was a mistake, and you know, in hindsight we shouldn't have done that, but we got it done. We got it done, and I now feel like I'm almost fully recovered. You know, I'm saying I'm about 90%, and by next week I should be ready to rock and roll and to get back in the bike and continue training again. So that is basically where we're at. I'm starting to really get excited for getting on the bike now, because I'm starting to get itchy. Starting to get really itchy, which is a good sign. That's a sign that I'm recovered, because for the last couple of weeks I've really just not really felt any interest in being on the bike, because I was just so tired. But now that I'm starting to think about it and get excited and get itchy again, I'm like, right, I need to get, like this week I'm like, the bike's up in the bike shop getting fixed. I'm like, I'm choking to get on the bike. So next week, back on the bike, really excited, and I will be outlining the next plans and focus going forward. You know what it is.